Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name is Tom.
And I am Mike.
And today, Subscriber Sample Saturday. So today's Subscriber Sample Saturday is brought to you by Greg LaFont.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Greg, for this. And it may look a little bit different because the sample is large today. He sent in a whole bottle of this one. We're going to kind of do this a little bit different because we're not going to be guessing type and price and proof and all that stuff. I'm just going to get into it like a cracking open. But there is some particulars on this one. If I think this is the one he was referring to, we're going to let you know on that in a minute. So let's get into it. So this one comes in. This is the Elijah Craig single barrel Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It was picked for the Virginia ABC store. It is a 9-year product. It comes in at 127.7 proof. Again, it was a super generous donation.
Yes,
I looked up.
Thank you.
It showed that it was around $89.99. This happens to barrel number 6888541. It's distilled and bottled by the Elijah Craig Distilling Company out of Bardstown, Kentucky. And thank you very much again.
A huge thank you.
For that. I will throw the caveat out there, and I don't want it to taint you, but I have it in my head, so I might as well taint us both, that I believe in one of his comments, he did say, you always say you never get a bad store pick, then try this one. So I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if it's this one or something else.
From here, but
I don't know either. But again, people had said that though. So before we started,
this is bad.
Before we started regularly going to the ABC store, look at me, the Burlington Wine and Spirits. When you don't know who's picking the actual barrels, you don't know. So I mean, someone's got to go and smell a barrel, taste a barrel, and if they're not your
ship it
palate,
up to you.
it doesn't matter either
Right,
way.
I get it.
You're still taste testing. If your palate sucks, you're going to pick a sucky whiskey. Let's be honest, it's true because not everybody's palate agrees with each other.
No, it's a valid point.
Yeah,
but
just my palate might suck, and what I like doesn't mean anyone else would ever want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So. No, and that's where, we've had some confirmation where people have said, oh, you've suggested it, we love it.
The nose isn't bad.
No, so let's see. It is an Elijah Craig after all. I can't imagine. And he might even meant the other one. I don't even know if the other one's a store pick. If that's not the case, Greg, leave a comment down below and I'll apologize in advance. But, what I kind of wanted to do this one for anyways was it's kind of, sometimes that, the last Elijah Craig we did was 9 years and so many months. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. These are always more expensive than the ABCs. And I kind of would like to throw that up against the last one we just did anyways. Well, he said, whoa, let's see.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll wait till your little idea.
It's not screaming out of the nose, though.
Wasn't bad, though.
Okay.
It wasn't compared to the other day.
No. If you're going to go back to when we just did
but it was still,
on Friday.
They don't tend to until I get a sip.
Right.
But it may wake you up a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, it's got a little proof to it.
Yeah. I wanted to let it settle because it does stick on your tongue for a bit, but I don't know if I get a crazy ride in it.
A good one too is I'm 98% sure in the pile over here. And that's firework on my tongue hard. We still have a 9-year one, store pick by us that we did, and I always said I wanted to put it up against something. We have a local one that we have back here somewhere. It's in the pile. Elijah Craig's over there. First sip, I'm not going to really comment on.
It has longevity, but
yep.
You're drinking it. But I'm not getting crazy ride either.
Well, so again, I'm trying not to comment, but you're poking on my bear right there. all my issues so far. Again, hold on. Let me take one more sip, and then I can assess better.
I'm a little ahead of you on that, but you talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
In his defense, if he didn't talk, there'd be a slow show.
No, right, exactly.
It's coming around.
The thing with this though is I agree with you. There's not a lot I hate about this at all. There's no funk to it. There's no foulness taste. I'm not getting a grassy taste like we did on that one Elijah Craig. Remember that one that we got? Will that come out? Who knows? Remember that one outlier? It was a B.
It was an outlier. Yeah.
But and it may come out. I'm going to give it a little bit. Sometimes it takes a little bit for me to wake up and the whiskey at the same time. But the one thing I will say, and again, we're coming off of yesterday's. Where the makers that we did were both of them, whether you got the one that felt like a double oak or you got the one was just it was more encompassing and it was more,
which is
so
they
much
were
more
like
flavor.
112, 113, or 110 or 111, whatever they would. So kudos to those guys.
But they drank the same because they are still a cask strength.
I get it.
Yeah.
But this has a little fireworky, but there's not a crazy ride with this, honestly.
And with that being said, it kind of reminds me of some of the bookers.
One of them was $40.
It kind of reminds us of some of the bookers we did where it was just peanut, and that's all.
Yeah.
And this is kind of giving there is a light and a brightness to this where we've had some, like if you go back to C923, which was an absolute beast, then it's probably the best one we've ever tried. There might be better older ones we didn't do, but that one was just a wild ride. And it was the highest proof, drank probably the lowest proof, but it was just a wild ride of just flavorness. And with that, I'm not getting a huge caramel. I'm not getting a huge oaky presence. I'm not getting, there is like that generic bourbon-esque flavor. I'm downscaling
with a proof.
With a proof. But you're not getting it's the proof that lasts. It's not the flavor that lasts.
It's a lactose, lackluster, whatever the word may. I'm trying to spit out flavor. You are correct.
Lackluster flavor.
There you go.
I think
Thank
is
you
what
for
you
that.
were looking for.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't mind this though.
And I'm with you with that.
Yep.
I'm would I prefer the $40 makers or even the $50 makers? I think I might actually.
Well, even
I think I would.
Even going with these,
the nose is coming around.
I've said it a million times, and I apologize if you're the one I actually stole it for, but I 1,000% agree from. I should say I 1,000% agree. These they pump out so much stuff, and even with the single barrels, it goes back to some are better than olives, but they're all very good. And I'm gonna equate this one in that same realm.
I agree.
This isn't one of the best ones we've had.
Yeah, it's no A+.
But I'm not picking. You know what? We just did the purple top that they were trying to sell me on sale for $750, and I would take this over that every day of the week.
I'll take 9 of them.
That's what I'm saying. Well, because you could almost afford that at that point. That's what I'm saying. So, are there better things on the market for $89.99?
Yeah, Jepson.
Hell yeah. Oh no, the Jepson was. Yeah, you can get 3 for 1 at that too. That was crazy.
I just threw it out there.
There's 100 things out there that we have tried recently.
Correct.
But we're gonna keep giving it a ride. And if this isn't the one, I apologize. There's really nothing bad about this. If I'm gonna grade, I'm not gonna grade it yet. I gotta go back on it. This is drinking hot to me though.
No, I said that in the beginning, and I'm getting more acclimated to it, which is fine because I knew I would anyway. But it's the initial hit. It did have a pretty good little crackle to it, but now,
and it kind of reminds me of some of them bookers that people didn't like that just drank hot. But I'll be curious to see when Steve does come over here. He takes
just a crazy ride.
It's not a ride at all.
I might have a little nut in the middle, but it took like this long to get there.
Probably why it's reminding me of the bookers. You're getting the heat.
It's a light.
It's a hot nut.
It's not. No, it's not as pronounced nut as the bookers.
No, I know, but it's just hot with that monotone flavor.
And is not a crazy oak finish at all.
That's
we had a huge oak finish yesterday
in the makers one.
Either one of them. One was really more all oak. We both had a difference in flavor in that one, but it is what it is.
And
they were still worth the money.
No, and if you're gonna go back to like a week or two ago, we did the battle at Elijah Craig's. All 3 of them were next level compared to
They did have better flavors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whether even the one we thought was an outlier compared to the other 2.
We'd almost have to put that to this.
I got it written down. I know which one it is. I got it written down.
Because that would be
I might make a future
the battle
Sunday
of
fun
the
day.
bad. No, the battle of the bad.
Well, no, not only that. You know what the fun thing is? I
can't even say bad. Don't take that the wrong way.
No, but the fun thing is with that, once this it's going to have a month to open up because, again, stay tuned for the countdown to Christmas. It's coming up soon. But we could take our single barrel. I can put it against the one that lost on that one just for fun, just to see, because I think it was only a 9. Oh, I think the 9-year actually came in second, to be honest with you. It'll be curious.
I'm not disappointed. It's not overwhelming me, though.
So I was expecting bad. Like you know what?
And it might have been the other one.
I almost want to do it.
He doesn't read emails all the way.
Poppy Van Buren, and that's bad when you're tasting skunk cabbage and stuff like that.
Do you still have it?
Oh, it's over there. I certainly didn't drink that one. But when you have,
it's almost a punishment.
That's what I'm saying. We used it as a punishment.
You should send them that. Say you want a bad one.
That wasn't a store pick, but it was definitely just a bad whiskey. I mean,
they put it out there.
No, I understand.
And said that they could compete.
Competes with Pappy. Yeah,
I don't know what land they were in. I don't even.
They must have been. They must have drank the whole thing before they put it.
They might have spoken before they started.
Yeah, exactly. But so I am honestly with this, even at the 87, because I know that's usually or the 89. I don't know what you paid. Virginia's a control state, so normally ours are around $90 when you do a store pick. Might be a little bit less down there, but at 127 proof, at the 9 years, I'm still like a B. There's nothing. I don't hate this. I really don't.
I was B plus. I'm not disappointed, but it's not a crazy ride. That might be the disappointment part of it. But yeah, especially for a store pick. Usually they have like a little extra in it.
You get someone who gets a little. There's some kind of a twang that he likes. You know what I mean? So you get something a little bit.
But again,
more.
You're still doing 127 proof at $90. It's not like you got screwed. There's nothing worse than you go spend $55 and it's 80 proof and the thing totally sucks. That sucks.
And again, if this opens back up, once we put this in a blind, we're bad at this anyways. When it comes to, we drink what we drink and we think it's okay, and then you put it in a blind later and you're like, what the heck just happened to this one? And that may actually happen.
Plus or minus, it's on a good side or bad side.
Right. But then it's the reality slap of this. So maybe that'll happen to this one. If this isn't the bottle anyways. Again, super generous.
It was huge. Thank you very much.
It is. This is crazy generous of you, and I greatly appreciate it. And again, this is a solid. I always say I know this is a solid to me. This, like you said, BP plus. I don't hate any part of this.
The more I keep sipping it, it's coming around. But there's no crazy ride. Is it anywhere near the Old Forester or even the Makers or Jack? No. But
or even A, B, and C that we did this year. I think those carried a little bit more flavor and taste. You know what I mean?
A, B, and C
of Elijah Craig.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like even doing their sister products. I think those at a lower price actually stepped it up, even though they might have been lower proof, were more flavorful this year.
I think you might be right on that.
Yeah. But I'm not. I wouldn't have been. You'll have to leave a comment down below if this is the one you're even talking about. If it's not, I apologize.
You didn't get pounced on price.
It might be the sample he sent us, which would be funny. But to me, I still like it. It's still solid.
I'm with you.
I still don't understand though, and no one from Elijah Craig actually watches us, why a 9-year store pick always costs more than a 12-year, in theory, ABC version.
Because they want to make money on the people buying the barrel.
No, I get it. Or is that just the liquor store that's jacking it up? You can leave a comment down below. If anyone has any idea what that case is.
So the liquor store wants to make extra money because it's their store pick, so that's their sales pitch.
Yeah, I get that, but it's always younger. Where when we found a larceny, it was like a 12-year instead of the normal 9-year that they are when they're with the ABC.
It's their local sales pitch to more money for them.
Yeah, either way.
Bigger bang for their buck, not so much for your buck.
No, I get it. So, again, thank you very much for doing this.
Huge. Greg, thank you.
If you do see it, I would 100% buy this one. I don't mind this at all.
I
I
agree.
Again, if we put this in a lineup, will it fall? It may. Will it come? Will it shine? It may.
Or did he read your email right? We got the wrong bottle.
No, I 100% could have read it wrong.
I'm not.
It wasn't
sad
even
with
an email. It was just a comment that he had sent on one of the YouTube
a
things.
Bad
like,
store pick?
I sent you a bad store pick, and this is the only one that I know that he sent, unless that's a store pick too, which it could be.
Or the blind sample is.
Or the blind that he had sent in at the thing. So
I could tolerate this.
Yeah.
Not even tolerate. I'm not disappointed with this at all.
No, BB Plus, you can't beat that with a stick, right. Anyways. But there you go. This is and again, we've done a few of these. I am super grateful, and this will go in future blinds because I do want to see. We have a store pick, so it's always fun to do what Virginia versus what we got up here.
Yeah,
and then I'll throw in 2 other ones just to see. I might make a Sunday Fun Day about it.
A Ted's one,
No, I don't know if we ever bought a Ted's one. I don't know where we got it from, but I will find that out in the future anyways. But there you go. Thank you. That's Subscriber Sample Saturday. Thank you for everyone who has ever participated in this.
Thank you.
It brought us through a whole year, which I didn't even think it was going to last a few weeks. This was something that was a whim that turned into a segment, and thank you all for that generosity. That's great. But this is the Elijah Craig Single Barrel Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And again, some of these are bangers. Yeah. I don't even hate this one. It doesn't bring the ride that some of them do, but some of them are absolutely delicious. Agreed. Keep an eye out for it. If you've had a good or a bad, leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. That being said, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the countdown to Christmas. It's coming soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more.
Cheers.